Gåsehud is the Norwegian word.
He had a cool guitar. He was a natural star. He could play, he could sing. He had that country swing.
Kyle McNeill is a young guy from Venice Beach in Los Angeles, and he's what I would call a genuine singer-songwriter, such as Hank Williams, which means that he's a medium for poetry and music. Songs come to him non-stop, and the most incredible thing is that the song comes down, they play it, and they remember it forever. They don't need to write, to read the lyrics the next day. They remember it. That's how deep it goes. So I never seen anything like it. Those Americana culture people, it's from a different matter. And it's really, really interesting conversation I have with him here. So all I can say, go and get Goosebumps.
Nice. Hey, nice to see you, dude. How's it going?
Go back.
Jason?
Yeah. Hey.
Nice to see you, dude.
It's been a while.
Hey,
Long time.
Colin.
Cool.
Colin is too.
Let's go in.
Let's go inside.
Go in.
So what's the story?
I write and sing songs. Born and raised in Venice Beach. Yeah, I started off playing in a rock and roll band with some friends. Started playing. I think we started playing because we wanted girlfriends, and then we quickly discovered that it didn't help. Playing in a rock and roll band didn't get us girls. No, I started playing in a rock and roll band where we'd write songs in the 5th grade, and then quickly after that lasted for about a year, and then during that and soon after that, in the following few years, I played a lot of jazz and tried to study jazz, and because I wanted to become a really great musician.
Yeah.
I was more of a bass player at the time. I was kind of writing songs, but I wanted to be a really great bass player.
Yeah.
And so I was practicing hours every day, and it was kind of thing where I really would sit down, and because I was an athletic kid too, I like playing sports.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a thing where I would, I'd sit in the chair for 2 hours and take a little break, and then sit back in the chair for another, hour or whatever. And for me, that was a young age to have that much discipline, to make myself have that much discipline, because it's not like my parents would have been fine with me doing whatever. They were happy with me playing sports or playing music, whatever. So no one was telling me sit down at the piano, and no, it wasn't like that. They were, they're supportive of whatever I did.
Were you interested in lyricism already then, in writing?
I was interested in lyricism because I liked rock and roll songs, and I liked lyrics in rock and roll songs, and we were sensitive kids.
Yeah.
So we were anxious and nervous and sensitive and wanted girlfriends, but didn't know how to talk to girls, but thought we did, and were cocky and all that. We had a little gang of friends, and we all played music and hung out, and lyrics were big. The music was almost more important in the beginning because we could speak it, we understood it. We just turned the guitar real loud and the bass real loud, and whoever was sitting on drums, we'd switch off playing different instruments, and it was a bit easier to. It wasn't that we were playing proficient stuff, but it was easier to say something in a way because you hit that, you start playing that bar chord or whatever it is, and or you start bashing on the drums, and that's the message.
Well, I'm holding on to California through my cactus collection and you. Well, that's all she wrote on the postcard she sent, though she drew lights of cactuses too. With my name and address, with her love I was blessed, and like love there was nothing to do but write her a song with a chorus so long that would sound like the murmur of some lost thrush thinking of you. So my song I sent out like a whisper so loud it'd make wake on the break of your mind. And I hoped that she'd hear, though she was nowhere near the nice world which I'd leave her to find. But like the thrush that I was beginning to blush as one does in the echo of self from my mirror, because I saw that I was that sad world which I'd made for myself. And you, and you, and
This performance you did now on the song here, for us it was fantastic, but I realized that you were only kind of maybe 95% happy with it. And isn't that down to the details? There's some details.
No, it's not the details. It's you either sang the song or you imitated the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in here, and sometimes it's a really fine line, and sometimes you can imitate something really well.
Yeah.
But on a good take of something, the ideal take, which happens more than not when you're not recording, when you're just by yourself singing the song, or with some friends sing the song.
Yeah.
You sing the song. You know, usually when I'm in the studio, and more than not, I'm not totally thrilled with the take. Even takes that we've put on records, like if I can get half of the record takes that I feel like I sung the song and didn't imitate the song, or wasn't, you know what I mean? You know the difference?
You don't want it to hear, you don't want it to sound professional. You don't want it to sound professional, it's only personal.
Yeah, amateur.
Yeah.
Amateur.
Yeah.
Not bad. That doesn't mean bad.
Like great.
It just means
Great amateur.
yeah, great amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not for money or for anything other than
No.
the
Again,
love of it and the need to do it. Yeah, amateur.
And that's amateur. I think I always
it's-
wanted to be an amateur.
Always wanted to be an amateur.
Yeah, that's the best.
Always wanted to be an amateur lover.
Because yeah, that's a good. No, because professional has to do with money.
Professional always has to do with money.
He's so good. He's so professional.
If you can make money being an amateur,
that's my goal.
that's the goal.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you. Cheers. Yeah. I've never, ever sat down and tried to make a song.
No.
I've never had...
That I can really hear in the songs.
Oh, that there's no struggle to them?
Yeah.
Well, because all the struggle comes before the song needs to come out. Most people, I'd assume that most people struggle to write songs because most people don't need to write songs.
No.
If you're trying to make something, if you have an idea of a path you want to make or what you want something to sound like, most of the time, the more you have, the more you're trying to do something, the more that it's gonna be artificial or whatever. It's just gonna, opposed to a melody that just had to exist because you had to hear that song, and even if you didn't think it was cool to begin with, or you didn't think it was pretty to begin with, or you didn't think it was, sensitive enough to begin with or loud enough to begin with, it took its own. It just went there, and you followed it because it had to come out.
Do you have the thing that things just comes to you, almost finished songs?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's
Most of the time.
yeah. I think I have that too, and that's the only things I go for, and I also I don't want to change them.
Yeah.
I want to try to kind of protect the message.
Yeah.
When they I think they're always the best when they work.
Those are the best usually. Usually the ones that just come out in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are usually the best.
Yeah.
And sometimes the other ones are good too. It can go anyway. I've had songs where I've had an idea and then I tried it and it wasn't working and it just didn't sound good and it sounded forced, and then and a couple years later I came back to it and somehow it just came out, or a song that you just kind of think about. And I mean it's like anything. It's like nature or crops or anything. It's just some things grow differently.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And I think also that a good song is also, I think it's extremely depending on the performance, because the same song could be terrible with one artist and a
Oh yeah.
classical with another artist.
Because one
the
person
phrasing,
understands it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because well,
So
that's why I can't.
So
that's
a song
why.
is a possibility, isn't it, for a good performance? A good song is.
Yeah.
I think that a good song has a lyrics and a melody that gives the performer a possibility to really do a performance on it.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I think probably when you think about great songs, the reason that a great song, even after it's covered, when you hear a cover of it, usually it's almost never as good as the original, because the original, the songwriter, if it's a great song, he wrote it because he had to sing it and understood it from the beginning. He lived it. He was that song from the beginning to the end. And then when you hear someone cover it, even if they really can connect to the song and they think they get it, and maybe they do get it, maybe it means something to them, and they're it's hard. It's rare that it's as good as that original, because that original, it just has that magic thing. It's never a struggle to write the song. It's just this. It's finding the song.
I loved her, I left her, I came back all broken again. After each drink now I force myself to count to 10. Even if you saw her, you wouldn't know her. She lives in the shadows of every dark place that you've been. Now she's just a girl and I'm just a friend. Liquor, oh liquor, don't you let me get sicker. I only came looking for her. Sorrow, oh sorrow, don't you be tomorrow. I can barely Mother, dear mother, there ain't any other. Won't you just give me one chance to breathe? Mother, won't you just give me one chance to breathe? At every bar stool, song every barmaid in town. I ended the night with a bottle of me on the ground. All I want's a lifeboat with no holes. I don't wanna drown. I'd give everything up if I could just be with her now. A liquor, oh a liquor, don't you let me get sicker. I only came looking for help. Sorrow, oh sorrow, don't you be here tomorrow. I can barely just deal with myself. Lonely, oh lonely, why couldn't you have told me that even lonely will leave? Mother, dear mother, there ain't any other. Won't you just give me one chance to breathe? Mother, dear mother, won't you just give me one chance to?
To get goosebumps, the smoother muscles has to be involved. I can't control it. See you next time.